I have to tell you no, but I think this looks really good, to be honest with you. I think it's a good solution for him. I will say 2.5 foot wall. Am I looking at electrical cords that go into boxes right here? That go into plug outlets?
That's not a plug outlet, that's like it's something, it's like a breaker that we can pull, if that makes sense. So yeah, that goes in there.
So the
Will the wall cover all that up?
wall is gonna be in front of this, is that what you're saying?
No, let's flip over to a different picture. Do you have one picture? This key over here, I can show it to you on hers.
While you're doing that, could you explain how you came up with 2.5 feet for a wall and not?
I got the guy that did the site plan for me. He's a former city manager of stuff at Euless. Goes to church with me. He's done all my site plans. That's what he recommended. I think if it goes too high, it takes a whole bunch of other. You have to get a whole bunch of other approvals and architectural, and so I think he was trying to say. I think that's why 2.5 feet. So right here, so you can see where the wall will be, and then that gap here, we're just going to build a wall that covers that, and then and if you'll scroll up, and then on the other side, that'll be covered, and then we're just going to start a wall here, and we're going to go straight down the ballards.
Okay.
So a straight wall, we're not going to angle that.
So we're not going to see this at all?
Correct, you won't see that.
All right.
So that kind of ties it to the building.
Yeah, it's just going to make it look, so that actually, if my guys want to work on the back, they'll walk behind that wall to there. And so, like I said, visually from the street, it'll look kind of like it's meant to be.
I mean, I appreciate it very much, you're doing this, because I think it looks really bad the way it is. I mean,
yeah, I guess
my counter would be, if you had brought this plan in to do this, we wouldn't have approved it.
Yeah.
You know, from the get-go, we just wouldn't have approved it. So the question is now, if we would have approved it, which in my opinion we wouldn't have, now are we making the best of a sort of a less than ideal situation? And I think we probably are doing that, but I just, that's why it reflects a little bit about, it looks like it was dead to begin with. Because to begin with, you wouldn't have brought us this plan, and we wouldn't have approved this plan.
Well, to begin with, like we talked about last time, we just assumed, we got these water buildings all over town. We've added ice to, all over other towns, and we just added ice to them. And this is the first time, I mean, we didn't build it originally, so we just didn't even know the site plan wouldn't include ice. We just assumed it would include.
Right. But you would agree, though, if you were coming.
Yeah, this is original. If it was
It would
original,
all be under the roof.
Exactly. If I was the one who built the building, it would be a different setup. But yeah, at this point, the way the building is, it's hard to change. You know what I'm doing.
If just doing this costs $3,000, I can't imagine doing something more.
Yeah, if I had to raise the roof or put a hole in the wall, I mean, it would all take obviously engineers to make sure the walls would hold. I mean, it would start getting a lot more serious.
And on the face of it, I didn't see a picture of the face of it.
They all stay the same, so the face...
Is it like this, like the sides, or is it...
No, the face will just stay with the ice and water look. It'll just be the side.
But it's not...
You can see the face.
I didn't see it.
Somebody has a picture.
Pictures there from...
He has a face picture on his phone right here.
Yeah.
So if you want to look, it's the face picture, it's just but he can, if you want to...
His face is actually...
Yale.
Direction.
Yeah,
Just totally Yale?
Yeah.
There's not space.
So it's not facing the highway?
Correct.
Face of it?
No, it's facing Yale. And I have to tell you that I live on Yale, so that's my cutway every time I go on the boulevard. And it's always busy. I'm constantly seeing cars. Even the other day I saw, it was on, I think on Wednesday, and there was like 3 cars waiting to get their water and ice.
Yeah, the biggest struggle is just to get people not to park there and go to the laundromat for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, that is, but laundromat busy.
I'm just curious, doing this one here as well, how does your volume differ between the two?
Well, I mean, so you can see that small machine holds 250 pounds of ice, so it can only do so much and it's going to run out. Obviously, it's kind of an add-on. This machine here holds 4,000 pounds of ice. So this machine here on 4th of July can sell 500 16-pound bags of ice. So that's about the only day it'll run out is 4th of July. Or if
So it's not constantly making ice on the...
They both are, but you have to have the bin capacity to not run out on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So So that one, small thing, it's, you know, people are gonna use it, and then what it does is it runs out, it stops taking money for like 2 hours, and it builds up, and it turns back on, so it's a constant back and forth. So, you know, but this machine is, you know, your construction guys or guys who are gonna buy every day or know, they know this one will never be out, kind of, you know what I mean? So
And your pricing's the same, or not?
No, it's different, because it's different size bag. That's a 10-pound bag, this is a 16-pound bag or a 20-pound bulk. So that's $2, and then this would be a $3, but it's different weights. But it's still, I mean, so right now, I think the Quick Trip, I believe, is, and 7-Eleven are both over $3 now, and what they did is they did shrinkflation, so they now have an 8-pound bag that they sell. Sometimes it's a 10-pound bag, and so it's, you know, so we're trying to give a good value.
Well, thank you. So Marvin, are you on the line?
Do what?
Do you have anything to add to this?
No, I believe he's done what we intended for it to be. Be nice the wall was taller, but I understand the reasoning why.
Okay. And this did pass P and Z. James, what was the vote? 5-0.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And nobody wrote in,
We had two.
against...
We had one. No, there was one. The property owner, Carl Plymouth, wrote in that he's for it, and then there was one.
Somebody asked about traffic.
Yeah, there's a landlord, because he has a Fort Worth address. But, I mean, he said it's too busy for residential area, but at the same time, it's already, I mean,
It's been there for 3 years. I mean,
Right.
I'm not gonna change that pattern.
Right, so, okay. Well, is there anyone else who wishes to speak during this public hearing? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing at 6:27, and we'll open up the action for public hearing to consider approval of the amended site plan at 5504 River Oaks Boulevard, which is zoning case SP-PZ 2023-0001. Any council action?
I make a motion to approve the site plan of ch02 Ltd., Chris Miller, at 5504 River Oaks Boulevard, zoning case SP-PZ 2023-0001.
Second. We have a motion and a second to approve zoning case SP-PZ 2023-0001. Marvin, were you saying something?
Yeah, I was saying, can you put in the site plan as amended, because that's what we're doing.
John, is that?
As amended, yes.
Second.
Yep, to approve the site plan as amended. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
None opposed, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your response.
We'll move now to item number 11, which is to conduct a public hearing in order to receive citizen comments and testimony on the proposed site plan application of D&L Properties Dawn Istook at 5109 Ohio Garden Road in order to construct a new 3,000 square foot metal prefab accessory building to be located adjacent to the existing main structure on the property at 5109 Ohio Garden Road, set back 15 feet from the main building, to be used for a dedicated office, restroom, shop space, storage, and engine building room within the A.E. Mershon subdivision zoning case SP-PZ 2023-0002. This public hearing is open at 6:29, and I think, are you the gentleman here representing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Did you get pictures of this?
I knew Don was out of town, so if you want to kind of tell us what they're planning on doing, and then we'll ask Marvin.
You got the drawing?
I'm Steve Shelley.
That's that picture.
I'm here on behalf of John, so I've seen him in zoning, so you got
Do we know what it's gonna look like?
It's probably one of the best that ever was.
Oh, God, I mean, that building.
I mean, only, yeah, it's right now, they're just running the water.
Steel structure?
Yep. Yeah, they're running the frame and everything. We just have water coming over, but I don't know what we're doing. So
unfortunately Don's out of town today, so he asked me to come in. I've been working with him at the shop that exists for about 4 or 5 years, so